loved the most that I've never seen before in any seance that I've sat in, and I've sat probably in maybe 100 now. Kai was sitting on the chair. The chair was halfway in the cabinet and out of the cabinet. He did healing on the whole circle. His hands were held up. A big blue light just came straight out of the hands and just vibrated through the room. Blue, white light, like a cuttlefish, flashing throughout the room. It was phenomenal. We had ectoplasm coming out of his mouth, right down to the floor, forming a hand and waving at us. And then the ectoplasm coming back up. You could see it just coming out. You could see it undulating. So it had a life force to itself, and it had fingers at the end of it, and then coming back up slowly. There was so much phenomena, one thing after another. In actual fact, I think it went for about 2.5 hours, and it felt like 30 minutes.
Just about everything impressed me in Kai's seance. It's not the first seance I've sat with Kai, and forevermore there's new things that appear, that happen, that are created, that are manifested, and it just seems to be continuous and a wonderful learning experience. Two major things. One, when the activation stone was being created, I was able to see a white glow through the lower part of both arms, almost luminous, and yet there was a fluorescent wave of fluid that seemed to be surging through the veins just prior to that application. It was absolutely magnificent. Never seen anything like it. The other wonderful thing is through the ectoplasm we were able to view a small face appearing, and as we continued to look at it, the face grew in size. You were able to see every single feature on that face, even down to the hairline, even down to the mustache, and the little eyes were actually looking at everybody around the room. Magnificent. We were told that somebody in that particular sitting, on that particular seance, would recognize that particular person.
I was gifted with the activation stone from Hans. Watching it fall from his hands and the amazing light that was produced when it fell, the gift was just totally out of this world, literally. And the information that came with that stone from Hans was so valuable and had such great meaning to me. And it will be with me for the rest of my life. And it's truly, truly a blessing to be in Kai's seances.
Feature or phenomena that I saw that really blew my mind away was when we were asked to bring in a bowl of water, and Kai's team was going to alter the formation of the water. And when they began the experiments, it started with like a sheet of ectoplasm above the bowl of water and increased in size, and then it developed like a nervous system of its own, or a pulsating heartbeat that was like flashes of lightning within it, and it seemed to somehow energize the bowl of water. And after it finished, the bowl of water actually stayed luminous and glowing for a good 2 minutes or so. And afterwards we were told that it was the water had healing qualities, so we all got to have a spoonful of it all and take some away for our friends that needed it as well. And it was just mind-blowing what we saw. And generally with Kai's mediumship is totally different to what I've seen, and the old-fashioned English way, and it all seems to be set in concrete that it has to be done this way or that way, and I particularly like the German way of controlling the medium, where there's hands on the medium's both legs, and the sitters either side of them are controlled as well. So there's absolutely no chance of the medium getting up and creating phenomena unless he's going around showing ectoplasm or something that I've experienced before. And all in all, I think there are much more modern ways of doing what is done, and not set in the last 150 years the way it has been done. It's really not progressed anywhere. And I'd just like to thank Kai, Julia and Inga as well for hosting such a wonderful event, and look forward to sitting in many more in the future. Thank you.
The thing that stuck out to me in the science with Kai was the light, the white light and the blue inside the white light. It's something I've never ever seen and experienced before in my life, and it was just fantastic. It was like it was breathing, it was real, and then the flash of the healing light at the same time. Yeah, it was just absolutely fantastic experience. And believe me, if you can see Kai at all in these seances, it's something you'll never ever forget.
Hello, I had the privilege of attending one of Kai's seances recently, and I was absolutely amazed, blown away. We saw an open portal, which was beyond amazing. It's a complete stretch for the human mind, and that probably was the most amazing thing, followed by the apport that came through it. There were other apports that came through which I found amazing, and that was through the mouth, the ears, coming out of the eyes. You know, this is not humanly possible, and it just teaches me that everything is possible.
For me, the most amazing thing about sitting in Kai's seances is the fact that you can feel and see and experience the reality of spirit. I've studied spirituality all of my life, but to be in the presence of spirit is a totally different experience. For me personally, I felt the touches of the hands, I saw the amazing energy of the spirit portal right in front of Kai's chest build, that beautiful blue portal. And I think it's really important. My main takeaway message from this is, for all the years that I've felt spirit around me, I always struggled, well, is it my imagination? You know, my rational mind comes in. And for so many of us who want to know spirit, we always second guess ourselves. We always say, oh, it's just my imagination. For me now, I know it's not my imagination. It is a reality. I've felt the reality. I've seen the reality. And with the gifts that Kai has to bring this about, I think he sparks in all of us the potential in us, because we all have the possibility to link with spirit. We all do. And we forget, because with our busy worldly concerns, we forget. And from this time on, I'm continuing to be able to want to build that for myself, and to want to share that with others, the reality of spirit, because we need it. The world needs this blessing. We need to link together, particularly across the world, in harmony. And I found the other thing that was really interesting as a sitter is that you are engaged as a sitter. Your energy comes into the circle, and there's a sense of a pull of the energy. For me, it was around the solar plexus. I don't know what others felt. But it was that sense as, I'm not just a sitter. I am part of this experience, and I am sitting in harmony with all these other beautiful people who have come together to celebrate spirit. And this is the gift that Kai has given. And I thank him so much for